Fillout has announced a new feature called approvals. You can now build forms with workflows and conditional logic to request approvals from people working inside your company and send these approval requests through email or via Slack. In this video, I'm going to show you not only how this new feature looks like and how it works, but we are also going to build a little project together so you can learn how to use it as well. Hi, I'm Caio Calderari from automationhelpers.com. We help companies like yours get automated and grow by using industry-leading tools to build portals, apps, integrations, and much more. Subscribe if you want to leverage tech to help your business grow. Now let's talk about Fillout approvals, and I'm going to show you how you can use it. Let's go. Before we jump inside Fillout, I just want to talk a little bit about what it is and what it does. The website is fillout.com. And Fillout is a form builder. It's a no-code form builder. You can use it to create a lot of different types of forms. They have a lot of options you can choose from. You can customize it. You can create scheduling tools like Calendly. You can use it to generate files like PDFs, to collect payments. They have workflows built in and also a signature module that you can also use. It's very versatile and customizable. So if you don't know much about Fillout yet, just go to their website and create your free account and give it a go. Now, let's jump into the tutorial. I'm here inside my Fillout account. If you don't have one, just go to the website and sign up for free, and you'll be able to follow along. Now, before we actually start building our form here and start playing with the new feature, the approvals feature, I just want to give you a little bit of context about what we are going to build. So imagine this scenario. I'm working on a company, and let's say I'm working on the sales team, okay? And I'm negotiating deals with potential clients, and sometimes these clients may ask for a discount, okay? I'm allowed to provide a 10% discount out of the box if they ask for it, but in case they ask for more than 10% discount, then I have to fill out a specific form internally so I can ask my manager if I can give this specific client more discount. So I can go in, type in the client information, type in a little bit about what is the situation, and then I can select the discount amount that I want to give to this client so I can close this deal. So during this process, there is a bit of an approval process. I have to request my manager to approve the discount that I'm asking in order to close this deal. And then my manager will receive a notification requesting this approval, and then the manager can decide whether he wants to approve or reject this request. And we of course can automate this process using Fillout approvals. Okay, so this is the context. Now let's start building this form. So the first step is to either click on this button or this button to create a new form. And we have a couple options here. We have this blank form. We can start from scratch. We can use templates as well if we wish to. I encourage you to go to this section, get familiar with the existing templates, because sometimes it may be very helpful to start with a template because it will save you a bunch of time. And another option you have is to connect your form with some external tools as well if you wish to, okay? You also have some other options here, scheduling, payments, PDFs, and workflows as well. But for this tutorial, we are going to start from scratch. So I'm going to select this option here, blank form, okay? Here on the side, we can choose different colors and themes they provide us out of the box. So if you find one that matches your specific brand style, you can just pick one of these options. And if not, you can also make your own and customize every detail of your form, which is very cool. Now for this tutorial, I'm going to go with a very basic and simple one. And I'm going to click create a form, okay? Now I'm going to give my form a name. Click continue. Now we have our visual builder here. It's all drag and drop, so we can select any option we want to use here. We have some basic fields, form fields, and we have some other more advanced ones. So basically here you will select any option here to build your form. If you click on a specific item, it will be added to your page, or you can also drag it here. Since I'm working at this company and I'm going to request this extra discount, I need to build a form that will provide this information to the manager who will receive this approval request, okay? So let's build this form together. Okay guys, so we have our form ready to go. We have here a title, some client information. I'm gonna request the client name, request a reason to ask for the discount amount that this person is asking for, and the information about the sales rep that is asking this discount, okay? Now, this is a very simple form. Of course, here we could build a way nicer form. We could break this into multiple steps. We could make it even nicer in terms of design, add images, and a lot more. Because Fillout allows us to do a lot of things and customize this form in any way we want. But for this tutorial, I'm gonna keep things simple so you can follow along. Here we have some fields that are required. So I checked this option here to make it required. Here, this one is optional. The discount amount is required. The name and email is also required, okay? Now, the next step is to go ahead and choose the integrations or build the workflows that we want to build for this to work, okay? Now, notice that we have a lot of integrations available here. So if we want to just integrate our form with some of these tools available here, we can do that. We can simply select, let's say, Slack or Airtable or Notion and many other options here. We also have other tools down here, and we also can connect this form with automation tools like Zapier, Make, Relay.app, and many, many more. So this can open up a lot of new possibilities, okay? Now, we are gonna use the workflows builder here, which is an area that I really like that allows us to visually build our automation. And we have some presets here. If we click here, it will show how this workflow looks like. And of course, we can also customize this workflow if we need to, but it's good to get started with some of these presets because, well, we don't have to build everything from scratch, right? So the one I'm looking for right now is this one called approve or reject, which is under the approvals. We also have this other option, which is to assign a task, okay? So we're gonna use this one, and right now it looks like this. We have the form submission happening, then we have another step which will either approve or reject what we are asking for, and then it will send an email message, okay? So that is exactly what we want for this situation here. So let's add this workflow to our form. I'm gonna click here, create workflow, and now we are inside our workflow builder, okay? If you wanna continue learning more about tech and automation, subscribe to the channel. So here we have the trigger, which is the form submission. If we want to, we can add extra steps here before we actually have the approval process. So we can really customize this. We can send an email message right after the form is submitted. We can add more approval steps. We can send information via webhook to other services as well. We can connect to Slack. We can add filters, branches. We can use AI here. We can add delay. Let's say we don't want this next step to happen right after the trigger is activated. We can say, hey, wait for a couple hours until you go for the next step. So we can do a lot of things here. We can connect to Microsoft Teams, Discord, and we can also send SMS using Twilio, okay? So we have a lot of options here, and I believe in the future we will have even more. So right now, when the form is submitted, it's going to this approval step. If we click here, we can edit how it will work. So let's take a look at how it works. We can send messages via email. We can send a Slack direct message if we want to, or we can send a message on a specific Slack channel, okay? So we have these three options to choose from. If we want to go with this email option, we need to define which emails will receive this message, this approval request. You can add as many as you want here. Then we have a couple options that we can configure. We can keep it as is if we just want to have two options, approve or reject. We can even relabel these options. We can say, okay, nope. It's up to us to relabel this the way we want. And we can also change the colors here if we wish to, okay? And we can add extra options, of course. We can say yes, no, maybe, and keep adding more options if we want to. And if we do create extra options, these options will show up here so we can add extra steps based on the option that was selected, okay? We can also connect this second option to the same next step if we want to, okay? So it's up to you if you want to create a new step or connect this option to the same existing step, okay? It's very flexible and customizable. If we want to remove some existing connection, we can click here and it will remove it. And of course, we can remove these options as well. We have another option here, which is the approver input, meaning we can add new input fields to collect extra information. So the person receiving this request will not only be able to say yes or no or approve or reject, but they will also be able to interact with other extra fields. It could be a short text, a long text, a number, a checkbox, a dropdown, or a multi-select field. Okay, so you kind of can build another form here for the person replying this approval request. So we can say, for instance, this manager needs to provide a reason why they will either approve or reject. So we can call this input a reason, and we will have this option added to the approval process. It could be required, and it could show for all the fields, and this extra field could be visible whether the person is approving or rejecting that specific request. But you can choose to show this only if they select approve or only if they select reject. So you can really customize how it will work and to whom it will be displayed based on the options they've selected, okay? Now you can keep adding more input fields if you wish to. You can also select how the notification email will look like. You can select here how the title of your email will look like. You can add custom fields if you wish to. And you can also edit this email. Okay, so you can configure how it will look like. You can use this formatted version or a basic version. And you can even customize the branding here if you upgrade to the Pro plan, okay? Now, this is the option to go with the email, okay? We want to do it via Slack. So let's take a look at how it works. The fields here will work the same way, but the difference here is that we have this Slack message that we can customize, okay? So we can write the exact message that we want to send to this person receiving this approval request. And we can also add fields coming from the form that was submitted on the previous step, okay? Now I'm going to select this option here to send this message to a specific Slack channel, but you can choose any option that you would like to use. The first step to make this work is to click here to connect your Slack account to Fillout. And the next step will be to accept this integration. Okay, so you're going to click allow. And now your Slack account will be connected to Fillout. You have to come back here and you will see your Slack account connection appearing here. The next step is to select the Slack channel you want to send this message to. Okay, so I'm going to select one here. And now we just have to configure the options. In this case, I'm going to go with approve and reject. This is the option I want to go with. I will have this reason field that will be displayed for either one of these two options. And now I'm going to configure the Slack message. Okay, so here I have a basic template where I'm getting information from the actual form to display here on the message that I'm going to send to Slack. Okay, so this is optional, of course, because you can also choose to include the full submission values on the message itself. So it's up to you whether you want to show this information in a formatted way where you actually write the entire message, or you could just say, hey, please review this request and just send the full submission information. But what is cool about this is that you can fully customize this, because imagine this situation. You have a form where you're collecting a lot of information, right? And maybe you don't want to share all the information that is being collected on the form with this person that is approving or denying this request. So you can filter how much you want to actually show to this person, right? Because sometimes You don't want to send all the information to this manager that will be approving this request, because maybe that's not necessary. Maybe you're collecting extra information on the form, but this person doesn't necessarily need all that information to make a decision. So you can really show only the information that is necessary for this person and don't overwhelm them with a bunch of unnecessary information, right? So it's very customizable and flexible. You can choose which type of information you want to show, customize the message and everything else, okay? Once you're done configuring this step, click here, done, and now it will work this way. Once the form is submitted, it will send this Slack message to this specific Slack channel we've configured. And after that, it will send an email message for this person who requested this approval, right? So the sales rep will receive an email saying, hey, your request was approved, or maybe no, it wasn't approved, and this is the reason why, okay? So we can fully customize this message here. Right now it's saying, hi there, your submission has been approved, thank you. We can say something else, or maybe this is enough, it's up to you. You can also use the basic version if you wish to. And here, all you have to do is to configure the title for this message and connect your Gmail account to be able to send this email message through your email account, okay? You also have some other options here if you want to add attachments, if you want to add someone in copy, or if you even want to change the reply email to something else that is not your specific email you've configured here, okay? So again, you have a lot of flexibility. You can add other fields as well. You can fully customize this any way you want. For this tutorial, I'm gonna just make things as simple as possible. Another thing you could do is to add extra steps here. Let's say after the email is submitted, you want to send this information to your CRM. Let's say you're using Airtable as your CRM and you want to keep track of the information. Who is receiving extra discount? When was this approved? How much? Who did this? Who approved this? So someone else on the company can go ahead and at the end of the month, check all the approvals and all the clients and everything else, so you can actually control everything that is going on through your CRM. You can actually send this information to other services using webhooks as well. So let's say you have an Airtable base, you could have a control of, oh, this client requested an extra discount, it was approved or rejected, and so on. So you could continue building this workflow automation and take this even further if you wish to, okay? Now on the other send email action, we have a similar message. Again, we can customize this any way we want. And so we have a basic setup here. Now it's time to test this and see if it's working okay. I'm gonna click here to publish, so this workflow is ready to go. The form is working and we can actually use it and give it a try. Now I'm gonna click here to go back and click here to publish the form as well. Now I can click here to copy this form URL or click here to go to the actual form. Now we can go ahead and fill out this form to actually pretend we are requesting this extra discount, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and fill out this information here. Just so you know, Fillout also has a test mode that you can use. If you go back here to the workflows and click this button, it will create a submission for you so you can give it a try. And that's also a nice way to test your automations, okay? Now we're gonna go back to the form and I'm gonna add some information here. Okay, so the form is ready to go. I'm gonna click submit. We have the thank you message. Now we have to go to our Slack channel and check if we've received this approval request. So here I'm inside Slack and imagine now I'm the manager receiving this approval request. Now I have all the information here. Please review this discount request. The sales rep is Kyle. The client name is this one. He's requesting 15% discount because it's a big client and he's requesting a better deal. And as I've shown you before, we have the custom message that I've created. We also have the entire form submission down below. So it's up to us if we want to show the entire form submission or customize our message. Of course, if you don't want to show the entire form submission, all the fields that were submitted, and it's best to use the custom message method because you won't be able to just remove one specific item from this section here, okay? But what is nice about this is that we have two buttons here down below, one to approve and another one to reject. So imagine I'm the manager receiving this request, and then I can click here to either approve or reject it, which is really nice. Hey, my friend, if you need help building a project or if you have any questions, we are here to assist you. Visit our website at automationhelpers.com. We are offering free 30-minute consultation calls with our experts. I'm sure they'll be able to help you get your project done. So visit the link down below and make sure to book your call today. So let's go ahead and approve this request. Once I click here, it will open the fill out page. And because I've configured an extra field, it will ask this reason. Why are you approving this? Okay. Again, this is optional if you want to use it or not. I'm going to give an example reason. And I'm going to click approve. Okay, so it's approved now. We also have this little internal area inside Fillout. It will have this table with all the requests and the statuses, the timestamp, and all the information collected on the form. Again, you could get this information and send to your CRM if you wish to. You have other tabs as well. You can check more information about your form submissions. And now I should have received an email message with the answer. Was this approved or rejected? Okay. Now, another nice thing that happens after the request is either approved or rejected is that the message inside Slack will change and it will show a new status here. So the person receiving all these messages via Slack can keep track of what is going on, and they will know that this was already approved or rejected, okay? Now, this is a very simple example and quick tutorial just to show you how you can use it. But there are thousands of possibilities here to use custom forms and also this new approvals feature. And if you need more complex solutions, you can go one step further using a lot of different automation tools, sending this information to other services and create different types of automations for your business and your team's operations. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and I'm very curious to know which types of automations you're gonna build next. Let me know in the comment section down below. Now make sure to keep watching more videos here on the channel. I catch you on the next one. Let's automate your business.